Today, we are diving into a story that honestly sounds impossible. It's about how a book, written a full century ago, way before the first computer even existed, became the essential blueprint for the most advanced advertising AI we have today.
I mean, let's just sit with that question for a second. It really feels like a paradox, doesn't it? How could someone writing in the age of silent films have anything to teach us about machine learning and generative AI? Well, it turns out the answer is pretty much everything.
Just look at this gap. 100 years, a full century separates this book, Scientific Advertising, from the AI tools we're all using right now. In this explainer, we're going to bridge that gap and show you how the core logic, the foundational thinking, is exactly the same.
So, to really get this, you have to meet the man behind it all, Claude Hopkins. See, before Hopkins came along, advertising was basically a gamble. It was a shot in the dark, just creative guesswork with no real way of knowing if it worked. Hopkins had this totally revolutionary idea. What if we turned it into a science?
What's so cool here is you can literally see the shift in mindset he was pushing for. He said, let's stop doing the stuff in the left column and start doing the stuff on the right. Stop treating advertising like it's just some fluffy art and start treating it like a lab experiment, with data, with measurement, with precision. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's basically the entire foundation of digital marketing today.
So how exactly does this old school thinking connect to our modern tech? Well, we're going to break down 5 of Hopkins' core principles, and we'll show you how each one isn't just still relevant today, it's been massively amplified, like put on steroids, by modern artificial intelligence.
Okay, first up, salesmanship. And let me tell you, Hopkins was absolutely ruthless about this. He was like, I don't care if an ad is entertaining or wins awards. Its only job, its sole purpose is to sell something. Period. It's such a simple but incredibly powerful idea.
And you know what? This is exactly how an AI thinks. AI algorithms are built for one thing, hitting a target. They're obsessed with metrics like return on ad spend. You know, for every dollar you put in, how many dollars do you get back? Or customer lifetime value. They use these predictive models to find the straightest, most direct line to a sale, just like a top salesperson who only cares about closing the deal. But here's the thing, being a great salesperson isn't about being pushy, and Hopkins totally got that. The second principle is all about understanding people. He knew that customers only really care about one thing, what's in it for them. So the best way to sell isn't a hard sell, it's to offer a service.
And this is where AI is just the ultimate servant, but at a massive scale. It can actually predict what an individual person might need and then deliver this perfectly tailored offer, maybe a free trial, maybe a helpful guide at the exact perfect moment. It can even use conversational AI to answer your questions right away, serving you instantly.
All right, principle number 3 is all about credibility. Hopkins hated, and I mean hated, vague, boastful language. He knew that if you make a really specific, concrete claim, it's way more believable than just shouting that you're the best.
I mean, think about it. You see an ad like this, right? What's your first reaction? You probably roll your eyes. It's this completely meaningless boast that every single one of their competitors is making too. It builds zero trust. But then you see this. This is the AI-powered version. It uses dynamic, real-time data to make the claim specific, tangible. This isn't a boast anymore, it's just information. And it feels real, it feels urgent, and it feels credible because, well, it is real. Next up, let's talk about headlines. Hopkins was obsessed with them. He saw the headline as a kind of sorting mechanism. Its job wasn't to get everyone's attention, its job was to get the right person's attention and to filter out everybody else. And this is where you can see how AI takes that idea to an absolutely insane new level. A human team, what are they going to test? A handful of headlines? Maybe. An AI can generate and test thousands of different versions at the same time across all sorts of audiences to find the absolute perfect signal with total scientific precision. The scale is just staggering. And that all brings us to his 5th and final principle. And this one is really the heart of it all. Hopkins believed that arguing in a marketing meeting was a complete waste of time. He said the only way to find the right answer is to go test it in the real world and let the data tell you what's what. He essentially invented what we now call the test, measure, refine loop. It's simple. You have an idea, you test it, you measure the results, and then you use that data to make your next idea even better. It's just a constant cycle of improvement. So here's the kicker. Modern AI advertising platforms are this loop. They are the ultimate fulfillment of Hopkins' vision. They do incredible things like incrementality testing to prove if an ad actually caused a sale.
And they can manage these super complex multivariate tests on a massive scale, tweaking tons of different variables all at once to find the perfect combo, all without a human lifting a finger. So what's the big lesson here? When you connect this 100-year-old wisdom with today's technology, you learn something really profound about what actually matters in marketing.
This really sums it up perfectly. You see, AI doesn't replace these timeless principles. It gives them superpowers. It takes the same core, human-centric logic that Hopkins laid out and just executes it with a speed, scale, and precision that he could have only dreamed about.
And that's the ultimate takeaway. The technology, the tools we use, they're always going to change. We went from print ads to performance max campaigns, but the underlying principles of human motivation, of what we trust, how we make decisions, that stuff is constant. And the most powerful tech is the kind that understands that fundamental truth. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. As you use your own advanced tools, whether it's in marketing or any other field, take a second and ask yourself, what is the century-old, timeless human truth that this technology is really tapping into? Because finding that answer, well, that might just be your blueprint for success.